Hi everyone, this is LALO the Tubby, and hopefully third time's the charm. This is now the third take I'm doing of this, and you'll probably see the other two interspersely. I don't think I said that word right at all. It's gonna be mixed in. Let's just put it that way. You're gonna be seeing the other two takes mixed into this one that I'm doing right now. But other than that, I'm doing pretty good. I'm pretty happy. Are you happy? Are you happy, everyone? Please let me know. Besides what you think of this video at the end. But regardless, let's show you this figure that my brother has. He just got it. Pretty awesome. It's from Kong Studios. It's a figure based on... I don't think it's based on any IP or license. I don't know. It just feels very familiar though, huh? I can't quite put my finger on it. It just seems... I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I can't figure it out. Except I do know. His name's Coco. Or is it Goku? That's in the Super Saiyan 5 form, based on a fan art made a long time ago that everyone really loves. And finally, even though it's through a third party, managed to make it into a figure. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool that's becoming more possible in this day and age. Third party figures making stuff that fans always wanted, even though it probably would never officially get made. Very rarely does that happen. I think like NECA made a Predator, like that's a samurai or inspired by samurai from a fan film with Batman and Predator. That's like the closest I can think of right now that is like any sort of relatively official based on fan stuff. Let's get into this figure. There's a lot of things I want to talk about it that I really love. That's great. And then there's a lot of things, or more specifically, just one very glaring issue that is a huge fault to it. But overall, I love it. I really do love it. So let's get into it right now. Here's the figure. Very beautifully painted. Very beautifully sculpted. It's just so gorgeous. The white fur and the blue highlights and paint of it. It's just so gorgeous. So good. So neat and clean. Everything about it just is flawless, essentially, in terms of the painting, sculpt work, and detail. Really good. There's just one thing I really don't like about this figure, and one thing that a lot of other people have noted about it, which is this. It falls a lot because of the hair. It's so wonderfully done in terms of it trying not to break sculpt while still being articulated and not affecting with the rest of the, well, articulation. The only downside and issue of it all is the plastic they have is just too heavy. It's super heavy. It makes it really hard to balance it. Otherwise, this figure is phenomenal. It is so good, and articulation is solid, top notch. Let's start off with the arm articulation. Start with that arm articulation. So it can go up. Now this arm, the other takes it was that the right arm, now it's the left arm. This high up, it can go this much down. Solid, it can go higher, but your wrist pop the arm off the joint here. But it can come back on, so it's not broken. Or I just go too hard. Much like the Gladiator Batman. Same thing with this arm as well. Go that much high up. Go this much down. It's got bicep swivel and cut right here. You can do a full 360. It's got double jointed arms. But it's a little bit more like a single joint, but it does go further up than that. This double jointed arm goes much higher up than the single at least. But it's kind of close to it at times. But it's still better than the single joint. I'll take it any day. Really good. Okay. It has wrist articulation. The wrist can go 360. Full 360 here. Pretty nice. It could go like this. It can go like that. Wah! And now he is no longer two-handed. I made it two-handed again. Same thing with this hand. Now let's get to his waist articulation. He has ball jointed waist pivot, it can go, hold on, let me get to the hairs. It can go a full 360. So you can do a lot of posing right there with that. And it can look much down. It can go this much down, which isn't that bad actually. The other takes I didn't try that hard. Maybe that was the reason why. And this one can go this far back, so it's pretty good. So yeah, actually it's not as bad as the other two takes. I just didn't try hard enough. There we go, is the problem. Just try things out, try new things, try it all out. Just keep going. But yeah, waist articulation actually pretty good. Better than I envisioned it being the other takes. I don't know if the top piece can go 360. English, it's a language I'm very fluent at, as you can tell. This belt sash ribbon thing, it can spin. It could probably do a 360 if I tried, but it also falls. You could take it out, put it back on. So if it falls, which you might see a lot having the other two takes I did, put it back on. It starts off wrong, but we make it right. So let's get our leg articulation here. Stick it over here to give you a better look if you can. And it has a thigh cut swivel. They're trying to hide it more than other figures would, let's say like Marvel Legends and whatnot, but still good. It's great. Mythic Legion does it, a couple others, and sometimes McFarlane. I think he did it for Violator and a couple other figs. It can do 360. It can do a 360, that thigh cut. It's pretty good. Let's see. So he's got double jointed legs. And this one can kick up pretty well. The sculpt kind of messes with the articulation a bit, but for the most part, really good. Goes up really well. Let's take a look at the other leg. This one I think does a little bit worse than the right leg, but it's still good. No upper boot rotation, but it does have foot rotation. There's a foot rotation. And it can do a full 360. That's pretty nice. Well-designed ankle rockers. That would be good for balancing overall if it weren't for this hair. But if you really want to finagle it, you can. You can use the ankle rockers to help you out if you really want to push it to the limit. Ah, damn it. Had it for a second. There we go. I got it to stand, but at what cost? And it has toe hinge articulation, which is pretty nice. And it's well-designed toe hinge articulation at that, so it's not loosey-goosey. It stays firm and holds place. That's awesome. Its tail, super great. You can do a 360. And it moves around on a ball joint piece. I think you can take the tail off, but I don't know. Yeah, it's great. So now I'm going to show you other comparisons. Figures. We're going to do a figure comparison. Let's get to it. My leg. Figure comparisons. We're going to start with Super Saiyan 4 Goku by Tamashii Nations SH Figure Arts for the Dragon Ball line. Official release. Super happy I got him. He was like a limit of 1 or 2 per customer, and I was lucky to get one when it first was on where I bought it from. I just got lucky. I think it's in stock again because it's just so popular, because it's such a loved form that just officially is not being touched at all. It's spin-offs these days, yeah, they do that, but not really the official canon as they put it. Not anymore. Not after GT. That got written off real quick and hard by everyone, including Akira Toriyama. And here is another official release of SH Figure Arts Dragon Ball Bardock with a custom 5K Toys Super Saiyan 2 head. That's pretty nice. Also, by the way, quick side note, the Bardock figure just feels so good in hand. Like moving it, posing it, super beautiful and wonderful. It's nice. Okay, and here's Super Saiyan Broly Full Power, once again by Tamashii Nations, SH Figure Arts. Really cool movie. Really love the animation. Really cool the redesign of him. I like that his kilt skirt piece is essentially just a big old ear from a childhood friend monster thing. Good times. And this one is by Demonical Fit, Royal Blood. But he may or may not be based off of Super Saiyan 3 Majin Vegeta. I don't know. I'm just going crazy. I don't know. It's me though. And here is Kong Studios Super Saiyan 4 Goku, based off of Super Dragon Ball Heroes spin-off series. Check it out sometime. I should check it out sometime myself. Here is Kong Studios Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker Goku, once again from the spin-off series Super Dragon Ball Heroes. Once again, gotta check that out. And here is Kong Studios Super Saiyan 4 Vegito. They're great. The powerful, the all-encompassing great Vegito. The great Vegito. Here is, of course, the one you've all been waiting for. The only one to really pay attention to. McFarlane Toys' Clown. Clown time! Overall, this is an amazing, phenomenal figure with astonishingly great sculpting, paintwork, detailing. I love the pants. I love the tear that shows his white fur right here. The bag of senzu beans. The sash, belt, shirt piece turned into that. Top gi, if I recall correctly, is what it is. The red piece. I love the calyx on his hair. I love the blue detailing all across his fur. Highlights almost like a wash to a degree. The blue highlights just on the hair is great. Hair looks so good. It's beautifully sculpted and articulated, so it doesn't impede the general articulation. Were it not for its weight. Were it not for the weight of this plastic that's used for the hair, it would be amazing. Because it really holds back, because it makes your boy want to fall. It makes your boy hard to stand up for himself. If you want an action figure that can just stand on its own with no stands like this, or you have the will, patience to just try and balance it, I don't know what to tell you. This might not be it for you. But if you're a hardcore dedicated collector or Dragon Ball fan, or you really love Super Saiyan 4, or in this case 5 form Goku, you just want something cool and interesting and unique, this is it. This is a great figure. Really cool. Wonderfully articulated design, painted, sculpted, well, whole 9 yards, all that magic. You just gotta work a little extra for it and have a little extra for it